Ahoy, landlubbers, it's me, your valiant Captain Vasco. And welcome back to the Goblin Factory, which I can only assume is the source of all the goblins that we've been fighting. Meaning that the factory has been making all the goblins. Which is kind of weird, since I was pretty sure the goblins were living creatures, but I digress. You know, it only just occurred to me a couple minutes ago, something really weird about the last level. You know, the last level had, like, heavy machinery and all the weird bits. These aren't breakable, right? I'm just gonna keep doing this. I hope you're not sick of that yet. But so, you know, it was kind of like a factory in its own right. I still not entirely sure how to, yeah, I tried really hard. Oh, hey. That, don't think that was legit. These boomerang guys are so... Oh, come on. There was literally no way I could have... Off to a great start. Really are. So we were in some kind of factory last time, right? I mean, it wasn't called a factory, but it had like all these big moving parts and fans and conveyor belts. I mean, best I could figure, it seemed to be some sort of rock moving back and forth system, because the only thing that actually seemed to do anything was all those conveyor belts. But like, what were they doing there? Oh, come on. I tried really hard to dodge that. There was a second there where I screwed up, and I got punished for it. So the boomerang guys are so obnoxious. You know, it's like I've said, there are harder enemies, but there are very few that annoy me as much as the boomerang guys. Boomerang guys are just so obnoxious to fight. I mean, can I punch the boomerangs? I feel like I've tried to do that before, and instead I got killed by them. But that time I seemed to deflect the boomerang by punching it. Can I only deflect the boomerang by punching it if the guy is dead? If so, what are the physics behind that? This looks like it might actually be breakable. Really? It looks different than the rock next to it. Why can't you just... you know, I'm not even gonna bother Oh, are these bomb beetles? Or are these regular beetles? They don't seem to be flashing like bomb beetles, but like, regular beetles are such like a basic enemy type at this point. It's kind of weird to see them again after all this time. But then of course, we've also seen similar types of goblins over... Oh, come on! Come on! Oh, there was no checkpoint in any of that? What garbage! Seriously, I gotta, like, hook these goblins up with, like, the sanitation department, because they all deserve to be garbage men for all the stupid nonsense they've put me through this entire game. I really am quite sick of... Oh, sure, the one time it benefits him to not attack me immediately, he doesn't do it. There's no way that the AI could do that. I call shenanigans. How is there not a checkpoint during any of this? There's no way. There is so much garbage here that there has to be something somewhere around here. The only benefit to this, and... I'll demonstrate my point thusly, is that I've had the ability to regain a lot of those sun crystals that I used at the end of the last level. To blast through that section really quickly at the end. Yeah, that was the end of a recording session. I figured the best thing to do was to get to an easy place to start the next episode from. Did he blow up the bomb guy with the boomerang? I'm pretty sure that's the first time that they've hit each other with the boomerang. I'm sure I would have noted that earlier and how that almost serves to balance how obnoxious the boomerang guy is. But yeah, so this is going to be the first episode that I've recorded actually conscious of the fact that Christmas will have passed. So, you know, for the many of you who celebrate that, I would normally go for the Happy Holidays thing, but Hanukkah was super early this year, and I feel like, I don't know. To me, it feels like it would probably really annoy me if I was like Jewish and everyone was still saying Happy Holidays, even though Hanukkah was like super early. Like it seems almost like dismissive of the fact that Hanukkah's already like long past. Maybe I'm weird. Well, I know that I'm weird. All right, so we found a secret What does transmuter do again? When health is low, breaking sunstones will release... Oh, I really want that. This is like the millionth time I've been offered double battery part. But transmuter part, even though it's like slightly further from being finished, I would rather have this. I don't know. I'm just, for some reason, I'm not into the double battery part thing. If it happens, it happens. Otherwise, trust my instincts. So far, my instincts have told me that all of the things I finished have been useless. And upon finishing them, yep. That's actually not fair. The sunstone thing is actually pretty useful. It's just not that exciting. Oh, good. Hammer guys and a boomerang guy. Okay, yeah, okay. That was close. That was a close one. Well, that was also pretty close. I feel like someone else has got to jump. Nope, I'm going up. Give me this. This is relics, right? Yeah. Yeah, I really don't find the relic detector all that useful, because even though there was a split second there where it was like, oh, this is a new structure, does it have relics in it? My instinct, like 10 seconds in the future, would have simply been to punch it, and I would have learned that way, and it would have been fine. But, I made a vow that I was going to complete a machine part, and it was the only one I was sure I was going to be able to do at the time, so had to at least give it a shot. Alright, now I'm back in the groove of fighting the boomerang guys. Hopefully... Wow, you look scary. You look like a slight variation on, actually, several different types of goblin enemies that I've already fought. Like the large sword guy. Actually, no, I mean, mostly the large sword guy. But also, that was a weirdly long pause. Was I supposed to find something there? Because I didn't. Ugh. I'm totally gonna get punched in the head. Usually, though, those, like, loading cutscenes... Wow. I mean, he's kind of like an archer. If I could just not get hit, I would appreciate... Oh, right. Those guys have melee attacks, usually. Oh, come on! Oh, come on! That was so close! Well, I was correct in that that was a checkpoint. I don't think I actually finished stating that, but usually those miniature loading screen cutscene things are indicative of a checkpoint. Oh, come on! Jeez. These guys have such a short cooldown time on all of their attacks. Like, the enemies are just so much better than you at almost everything. It's kind of annoying. I mean, I appreciate the challenge factor, but, I mean, my biggest problem with the game is the lack of balance to the challenge. That enemies hit you so hard, in addition to being, like, so much better. And what is this about, okay? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love finding 2 secrets in the same episode that makes me really happy, but I also really absolutely hate going for, like, an entire, like, major chapter of the game, finding, like, a single one. That's super annoying to me. Can we balance that as, what is this? Emerald Relic. Rarity a lot. Using the power of emeralds, you can be punched better. Okay. Or I could get another transmuter part, and instead of not being close to finishing transmuter at all, I could mostly be done finishing the transmuter. That'll put me 1 part away from finishing probably the 2 secret device things that I'm most excited about, which are the harvester and that thing, the transmuter. I forgot which one the transmuter was, obviously, but I remembered that ability and wanting that ability since the first time I read it. Oh no, don't do the things. I will say this, the dash punch can be really useful against certain enemies that have like a big wind-up, guys who use like maces and hammers and stuff, but the timing on it is still very difficult. I mean, if I was a little bit better about that, I think it would be a very useful tool for me. I don't know, we'll keep trying to use it a little bit more. I mean, as I said, there's a trophy for that I saw my friend Cotillion get.
Well, it certainly took a long time and a great deal of effort, but we're finally here. Our target is nothing less than the complete destruction of Gundahar's manufacturing capability and all existing inventory of weapons. So, where would you like to start?
How about that building?
Ha! Good.
I love how much, like, cutscene time was dedicated to that. Like, that building. It's like, none of these buildings mean anything to me. So, like, why would it matter to me that you chose that building over any other one? I'm curious about these blue crystals. They sort of seem... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Haha! Look at me being a guy. Look at me being a guy. These blue crystals seem like they might be the sort of thing that I could pick up relic style. I'm not sure. I mean, I thought the same thing about what appeared to be the vampire crystals. Although, maybe, in fairness, there's no guarantee that all of the things that you can acquire as secret item type upgrades are actually things that you'll encounter in the game. I mean, the first one I happened to pick up was the like ice one, which was also like the first upgrade in the game that you came across. So like, you know, I sort of assumed that they would all be things that you play in game. But it could just be that some of them are like, ow, forgot there were two of them. That was dumb of me. It could be the sort of thing where like some of them are just like background things. Like the vampire crystals might not be something you pick up during the story, but they like exist in the world of Knack. But if you collect a bunch of those really rare crystals, then you can do that thing. Oh my god, there's so much lasers. I love that he went for the melee attack. Oh, no, don't. Whatever that is, don't. Again, with the doors that open when the guards die. By the way, how come Lucas, like the lab assistant and probably like the least imposing member of our team, is the only one who gets the grappling hook gun? Like, I feel like we should all have grappling hook guns. At the very least, the doctor, because he's not doing chin-ups anytime soon, if you know what I mean.
This looks to be some kind of factory for weapons parts.
What was your first clue, Doctor? Okay. Got some more conveyor belts. Don't actually need these sun crystals. But you know what they say about Jimmy, who cracked corn. I do not care. This should be interesting. I like the little platforming sections. And I like that there's some chapters that are kind of focused on it. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people probably hate that stuff, but I always liked platformers. Well, I like good platformers. There's a lot of bad platformers. And those are just terrible. Because usually those are bad because they have, like, terrible controls. And you can't really get past terrible controls. Terrible controls usually just ruins a game. There's a lot of things going on around here. So this is going to flip the floop, right? Yeah, floop the pig. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I was expecting this to be on a timer, but it's not. Which is weird, because we've experienced things that probably shouldn't be on a timer that are. Namely those weird rotating conveyor belt things from, what chapter was that? How did I not get hit by the sword? Right, with the, I missed the punch. That's another part about the dash, is that it's not so reliable in the targeting aspect. Oh, that was not a good place to try and make an attack. Shut up, guy. Just gonna keep doing the dash punch. Here's a great place to have some relics. And see, I don't mind there being relics in a place where there should be a secret when we've already gotten 2 secrets in one episode. Yeah, had to see that coming, huh? Although I appreciate the fact that they didn't put it in a position where you were likely to get instantly killed by it the first time you encountered it, like that grass pitfall trap thing from a ways back. Oh, are we gonna be garbage Knack?
Nice.
Not really sure what's so nice about this. Especially since I was trying to get the bad guys to be garbage men because of all the garbage. But, guess the tables have turned, so to speak. Anything that's secret around here? Doesn't look like it. I like that you get to see little glimpses around the factory, too. Like, Knack exists in a really cool world, but some of the levels don't do a great job of showcasing it. And, oh, wow, what the heck? Oh, It's a robo-wizard goblin. That's a lot of
Magnet
adjectives.
will strip away all those metal parts you just picked up.
Okay, but there's no way around that, right? You're just telling me this is a thing I need to avoid in the future? Well, that's interesting, I guess. I'm just gonna leave that guy alone, I guess? Or am I meant to blast him? What am I doing here? What a curious turn of events. Hello, man. Got him. My plan has worked, but, oh, I see. That's also kind of a weird system. Oh, cool, they were here. I thought I was gonna have to go back to that scrap pile where I first got them, but that's actually pretty good continuity that the magnet turns off and the parts just dropped. But, like, I like how flipping the switch to turn off the magnet also raises this gate for some reason. Like, who designs this technology? Let's just... Oh, wow, that has a giant hitbox. Are you kidding me? Is there any way not to get hit by that? Well, that's super obnoxious. Wow. He hit me really fast. Oh, good. No checkpoints. Oh, that was the secret? I did not realize that. Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to pay extra close attention to the walls then. Yep, and then you're dead. A little bit. And then this happens. Then that guy just totally doesn't pay attention to me at all. I'm wondering if I can shoot him before I do this, but I might as well just do it in the right order so I don't waste any sunstone charge, even though I have an extra slot for it now. Gotcha, bro. Collect all of these. Pass go. Get $200. Try not to get hit by the roaming magnet with the world's largest hitbox. And, yeah, I think life's gonna go a little bit better for me this time around. Oh. Alright, cool. So I think that's gonna do it for today. Or maybe not. What's in the box? I'm so excited. Is that 3 in one episode? Is that a record? Wait a minute. This is something. Secret detector part. Or some sort of crystal I don't care about. Ooh, yeah, secret detector's a good one. I said I sort of regretted not getting a part for this earlier. If I had, this would be done by now. As it stands, instead of being 2 away from finishing most of these, I think I'm like equally split on things I'm 2 parts away from finishing and things I'm just about to finish. So, the more secret item parts we get, the more likely we are to complete more gadgets. So, we'll continue that quest in the next episode. Hope you've been enjoying, and I hope that you decide to join me for the next episode, because if you do, I'll see you then.